sources to your
So
essay.
you're going to be the site and source to your essay, is what you're saying.
That's how it should be, but I'm supposed to go onto the school's library and find sources that are supposed to help me.
Your essay is what
How?
you're saying. Oops, sorry about that.
Yeah, it says go to
Go ahead.
the. It says go to the library, go to this EBSCO host database to find a source that you might use with each topic. Be sure to cite the sort in APA format. What do you mean? What source? Source for what? I'm the source. I'm the one discussing me. The hell?
You mean you're not an author? You didn't write about it in an autobiography?
No.
Oh,
No, written no autobiography. I've thought about it though.
no, I thought it was like she knew that like you were like an author or something.
No, I'm supposed to go find these sources, but a narrative essay is talking about your experiences.
Right. No. Well, maybe you could say that, but like, then you know how like Anne Frank, like, so you can get blah 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 blah, just like how Anne Frank, and use that, like, refer back to it like that. You know, she was like locked up by the Nazis and stuff like that.
Yeah, I guess. I find this so stupid. I get it, but I don't. Like,
Like
how
when
the
I
hell are you
was a little
supposed to?
attic, just like Anne Frank did. You know, quote, and then just put a quote in there and continue.
That's usually what I do. Is write a paragraph and share what you think the key elements of a narrative or profile essay should include and how you might incorporate these elements into your essay. The element is my personal story?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the most asinine, fucked up thing ever. This school's stupid sometimes. The way that they have you learn doesn't make any sense. I didn't even learn anything that I didn't already know.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You never learned anything in school, really, then?
No, I've never learned anything in school, really.
Oh, there's nothing to learn, really, to, like, teach you, like, algebra. Where the hell are you going to learn that? You can use any of that.
Right?
Oh, let's learn calculus. We'll really need that.
Mm-mm.
Just
I mean, like, I get it if you're going into a specific career, but how do you know what you're going into when you're a freshman in high school?
oh, you have no idea. You heard about Minecraft? Like, he went, he was studying, and like 1 month before he was graduating college, and he got his marriage. He's like, I don't like this. Yeah, took him a long time. He's a stupid guy. I tell you what, what a moron. Oh well, live and learn, I guess.
Live and learn.
Mm-hmm. Hakuna Matata, whatever that saying was.
Hakuna Matata.
You ever seen that movie?
Lion King?
Oh, I thought that was Wayne's World.
Hakuna Matata comes from Lion King.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Timon and Pumbaa sing it, and Simba when he transforms into an adult.
Oh, wow. I thought that was like an adult movie because there's a scene where the word sex pops up.
That's Lion King. In the beginning, well, I don't know if it's the beginning, but Simba goes and he's all sad and thinking about his dad, and he goes and he plops down in this tall grass, and a bunch of like dust or whatever goes up into the air, and it says sex.
Really? Whoa.
Please, Disney. All right, here we go into the Disney movies. Disney
Yeah.
movies are some of the most perverted and sexual movies out there, actually. The original, yeah, so, just off the top of my head, let's see. So, The Little Mermaid, on the original VHS cover, one of the castle pillars is a dick.
Oh.
And, yeah, and the scene in The Little Mermaid where Ursula is in human form and marrying Prince Eric, the priest that's performing the ceremony has a boner. That was it was digitally edited out later. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Jessica gets thrown out of a car, and it shows up her dress, and you can clearly see a vagina. The Rescuers Down Under, there's a scene where they're maybe, I don't know what they're doing, but it's like they're like on a little roller coaster or something, and in the background there's nude photos.
Oh, that's the Rescue Rabbit, the mouse.
I don't know.
Yes, they're a bunch of like mice, and they're going down some sort of a slide. They're going down, and in one of the scenes there's like nudes.
Yeah, there's like a pornographic magazine in the background.
Yeah.
That was edited out. I have the originals of all of these.
Yeah, I think that was one of my old Playboys who left it there.
And then Aladdin. There's What?
What happened with Aladdin?
There's the scene where it was right after Aladdin made his wish to become the prince, and he flies up to Jasmine's balcony on the carpet, and she turns around and walks away, and he jumps off the balcony, and the genie is flying. What?
He pulled a John Spawn.
Yeah, jeez. Yeah, except for the carpet was right there, but the genie is in bee form. He's like a little bee, and he says teenagers like to take their clothes off.
Oh yeah, I heard that. Yes.
Well, I went back and watched the original VHS tape very clearly, very loud, and it really does say that, like without a doubt.
So what's the deal? Like, what was Walt Disney, like a pervert or something? Like, he wanted to, like, what did he do? Like,
well, Disney was an FBI informant.
Really?
And yeah, so Disney was an FBI informant at one point, and he also gave, I don't know what it was exactly. I think it's in one of my other videos, but he gave the FBI Owen something like rights. I don't know if it's rights or ownership, or I don't know what it was, but he gave them special. The FBI could read the scripts before the movies and add anything they wanted to add.
Oh, so he's innocent.
I wouldn't say that.
The FBI did. The FBI did it. Not Walt Disney.
Well, Disney was basically a part of the FBI in a specific aspect.
So basically, he used the disguise of children to, do some real shady stuff.
Well, there's other things that are pretty shady about him too. Like, let's see. At one point, he had made a Nazi propaganda film with Donald Duck.
With Donald Trump?
With Donald Duck.
Oh.
With Donald Duck in it, yeah. He made a Nazi propaganda film. And then there's a Disney movie that has been banned in the United States because it's extremely racist.
Is it the one with the black Mickey?
Mickey is black.
He is?
He is.
I never knew that.
Yes.
Wow.
It's country something. I'll Google it.
Coach is gonna love this.
Racist Disney movie. The Wind and the Song of the South. That's it. Song of the South was banned in the United States because of how it's offensive. And although they do still have a ride, what is it? Splash Mountain is a ride based on the movie Song of the South.
Really?
So Splash Mountain is based around this movie.
I thought it was based on like a Typhoon Lagoon.
What?
I thought it was based on Typhoon Lagoon.
No, it's based on Songs of the South. The music that's played on the ride is from the movie, and the animatronics are the characters from the movie. The rabbit, the bear, and there's something.
Animatronics.
What?
What exactly do you mean when you say the word animatronics?
Animatronics, the robot characters inside of the ride.
Oh.
Yeah.
Kind of like, like a robot.
They are robots, just like the everything is animatronic in Disney World or
Really?
Land. Yeah, all of the rides have an animatronic of some kind. Especially It's a Small World. All those are animatronics.
Oh, that's a horrible ride.
It is. And the Hall of Presidents, they're all animatronic too.
Oh, I thought that was like their morgue.
No.
Oh. It's
And
horrible.
then oh yeah.
You were on it?
There's another movie that he did that he produced. I don't remember the name of that one either. It was some kind of documentary. And
Little Rascals, I think.
oh, Lord. No. Let's Google it. No, it was a documentary. I've seen it, but I don't remember the name of it. Discount? No. Lemmings. So it's called White Wilderness.
What exactly do you mean by white?
Don't ask me. I'm not the one who wrote it.
Oh.
So White Wilderness was a documentary done by Disney in 1958. And there's a scene in it. Have you ever heard the expression, "Oh, don't be a lemming"?
Yeah.
And well, where this phrase came from was this movie. So this documentary had everybody thinking that lemmings, if one jumped off a cliff, the others would follow. Well,
right.
That is 100% not true. Lemmings do not jump off the cliffs, and the scenes that you see them falling off, what the film crew did was they built this round circular thing, and they would spin it really fast and put the lemmings on, and the lemmings were being thrown off the side of the cliff.
Who was showing them? Walt Disney?
No, he told the film crew what to do, and the film crew built this carousel thing, and it went around and around and threw them off the side. They murdered all of those lemmings.
How many were there?
Quite a bit. I couldn't tell you an exact number, but there was at least 20 or more.
So you threw them off the side of a building?
They threw them off the side of a cliff.
Off a cliff, wow.
Yeah.
Because Walt Disney was like, throw these lemmings off this cliff. They'll make a great movie.
And he also blames himself for his mother's death, which reflects in his movies.
What is that?
If you notice, in all Disney movies, one parent is dead. And
yeah,
it's
I know this.
usually the mother. Yeah, and it's usually the mother. It's either they're dead or they die.
Yeah.
And the reason for that, it's speculated, is because he blames himself for his mother's death. And that is because he bought her a house and he was supposed to get the furnace fixed or something, and he didn't, and she died of carbon monoxide poisoning.
So he's like a bad son. He killed his mom. Wow,
Yeah,
what a
in
horrible
a
man.
way.
Horrible. No, my God, he loves his mom.
I love mine too, even though she's a pain in the butt.
Yeah, Walt Disney hated his mom.
Well,
Killed her.
there's a lot of conspiracy and speculation around Disney anyway, being a pervert to begin with.
Seems that way.
I believe it's Disney World. I could be wrong, it could be Disneyland. But at one of the parks, there's a fire station, I think it is, and there's an apartment that was built over the little fire station wannabe thing, and there's a light on it all the time because that was Disney's personal place. He would live at the parks.
Why? What a weirdo.
Yeah, he would
That's
overlook.
McDonald's.
It's like
What a weirdo.
it's a perfect view down Main Street, which is they call the Main Street inside of the park. Main Street. Yeah.
He's a weird.
Yeah. That's about all that I can think of at the moment. Oh, on the Pirates of the Caribbean ride, when it first opened, they used real human bones because Disney wanted it to look real. He didn't want it to look fake. He wanted it to look real. So they used real human skeletons and bones, but then word got around and people were like, oh my God. So they took them out, but there's one, I believe. There's above the, there's like a master bed, you could say, a big bed. And above the bed, there's a skull, and that one is real. All the others are fake.
Wow.
So there is one bone, one skull that is real at one of the parks. I don't know which one it is. Let's look. Why not?
He's like a really weird guy.
Yeah, Disney. Very strange.
Shocking, to be honest with you.
Maybe that is part of the reason why, like, I've never been able to let Disney go. I'm into the strange and spooky shit, and he's pretty strange. And
Yeah.
I can catch now that I'm an adult. I can catch on to the hidden messages. Some of these things I've looked back and I've been like, how the fuck did I miss that? Oh, I was 7. Huh.
Well, yeah.
It's at Disneyland, the real or the real skull. So that one's at Disneyland. So Disneyland must be the park that has the apartment that has the light on that's dedicated to him 24/7. It never goes out.
So he's like a narcissist on top of it all.
Well, I think
He killed his mom, has to have a light on all the time for himself. What a weirdo.
well, it's not like actually, you know what? I don't know. He could have. I'll just keep my mouth shut on that one. I don't know.
Oh no, open it up. Say, ah.
Ah.
Do it.
Well, I was going to say it's not like he told the park to keep the light on after he died, but maybe he did. I don't know.
What are the other conspiracies?
Hmm?
What are the other conspiracies about Disney? What about that Club 32 or whatever?
Actually I'm not really sure. It's Club 33.
I know what it is. Can't talk about it.
From what I've heard, it's supposed to be an exclusive elite club.
Wow.
Yeah, it's supposed to, what I've heard is that it's supposed to be some extreme elite secret private club and like
That's where they got the. That's where Jennifer Connelly tried out for that movie, Requiem for a Dream. And he was like, ass to ass. That was actually Club 33.
Well, right now there's like a 10-year waiting list or some shit, and reservations cost like $50,000 or something.
Wow.
Of course, it all goes around. Hey, it closes soon. It closes at 9. Interesting.
What, Club 33?
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. It is almost 9 there.
It's like 11:51 p.m.
Not in California.
Uh,
Um, of course, the conspiracy and rumor theories, that's the Illuminati's club. The Illuminati only, and you cannot get in unless you are Illuminati, which could be very true. Because Disney owns everything. Disney is the #1 corporation. They own every fucking thing.
I thought Walmart was.
No, I bet you more than anything, Disney owns Walmart.
Disney is Walmart.
Well, I mean, Disney just bought out Star Wars for fuck's sake.
Disney is George Lucas spelled backwards.
Actually, it's Yen Sid, which is a character from Fantasia. He's the wizard. I have a pipe downstairs named Yen Sid because it's purple and blue, and it kind of looks like the wizard cap from Fantasia.
Kitty Bus?
All right, Walmart is not owned by Disney.
No, it's owned by Sam Walton's kids. And a
What
conglomerate.
does Disney own? Well, let's look at this. Let's see. Lists of assets owned by Disney. Walt Disney Pictures, Disney Nature, Walt Disney Animation, Pixar, Industrial Light and Magic, Lucasfilms, LucasArts, Lucas Licensing, Skywalker Sounds, Marvel, Ironworks Productions, Incredible Productions, Univista Theaters, Worldwide Special Events, Disney Music Group, Walt Disney Records, Hollywood Records. So that kind of means that Disney owns Hollywood. DMG Nashville, Disney Music Publishing, Something Music, Univista Music, Fall Ferris Music, 500 South Songs, Fuzzy Muppet Songs, of course we own the Muppets, Hollywood Picture Music, Hall Pick Music, more Muppets, Pixar Music, Pixar Talking Pictures, Seven Peaks Music, Seven Summits Music, Touchstone Pictures Music and songs. Something that I can't pronounce.
That'd be a parallelogram.
Shut up.
Shut up, my cry. Shut up.
Shut up, Macra. GameStar. DCPI Labs team. Core Publishing. Marvel ESPN. Of course, all the Disneyland and Disney World resorts. We got all the resorts. I got that. We're not idiots. Of course, all the Disney hotels. Why would they not? Of course, they've got the cruise lines. ABC Network. All ABC News Radio, all media, all productions.
How much is it worth?
How much is Disney worth?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but that's actually kind of interesting. Disney owns A&E Network.
That means they own The Walking Dead.
No, I don't think they're on here. I don't think that's on here, but it says A&E Crime and Investigation Network, FYI.
AMC.
What?
Never mind. I thought you said AMC. The AMC is...
No, yeah, A&E.
He owns Andrew Lincoln. Ah!
And then they own the History Network, but they only own history and military history. Which is not surprising since he was military. ABC, they own ABC, ABC Family, different television stations, Disney channels, ESPN. Almost all of the ESPN is on this list. Animal Planet Canada, Marvel. We've got the...
Hello, Father Time.
Hi, Father Time. They own 30% of Hulu.
In 2016, Disney is worth $92 billion.
Nice.
$92 billion.
Oh, shit. Yeah, sorry, I was going to look that up. I just wanted to finish this list of what they own.
Parallelogram.
They don't own parallelograms.
They do now.
Where was I? Oh, right after all of the ABC, Marvel, Disney Direct Consumer and International. That's what they deal with. Oh, that's where the Hulu is.
Hulu.
Germany. The hell do they own in Germany? All the Disney stuff.
They own Mickey's Wiener Schnitzel.
No.
Sure, it's a hot dog that's made out of a rat.
Whoa, wait a second. This means that they have, oh my god. So they own things in Germany, Japan, India, France,
Father Time,
Liberia, Spain.
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Wow. Ownership positions. Game Salad. GoPro. Media Bank. They do. Photo Bucket. Voodoo Vox.
They own everything. Do they own Pinocchio?
Of course they own Pinocchio.
That's great. They own Pinocchio.
Yes.
Says he's doing good.
Good.
That's really good.
People like to dump their ashes at the parks too. They have an extreme big rule against it.
Why? What difference does it make? Ashes.
Hazardous material. Yeah, people have scattered them and have scattered it, and It's a Small World, Haunted Mansion, and Pirates of the Caribbean. And the rides have been shut down before because of it.
Oh no, there's dust over here. Let's shut the ride down.
Well, they saw some woman dump it into the water.
Dump it. Dude, I
don't know, but I'm with them. I don't want to be taking a ride in human ashy water. Ew, unsanitary.
Human ass.
Yuck.
That's funny. K-Puffs. Yeah, K-Puffs.
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 Oh, K-Puffs. Oh yeah, they released. Both Disney parks have a massive amount of cats, and they let them out at night so they can eat the rats and the mice, which is kind of like ironic, or like not redundant, but ironic, since Mickey is a mouse, and that's like their whole. That's the face, so it's like, yeah.
Rat, or is it like really?
What?
No, I know it's Mickey. I don't know it's really a mouse. Could it be a rat? Mickey Rat?
I guess so.
I knew he was a rat. Mickey Rat. It's kind of like a mob name, Mickey Rat.
Mickey Rat.
Hey, yeah, it's me, Mickey Rat.
There was this creepypasta.
Creepypasta?
Yeah, there's a creepypasta about Disney. I don't remember all of it, but it's something along the lines of, so this kid finds this door somewhere in a janitor's closet or something, and he goes through this door and he goes down these stairs, and it's like a maze or some shit, and there's a bunch of cell doors, and he can't see into any of them, and he keeps walking and walking, and then he enters, or there's this cell that's open, and he looks into it, and it's like a distorted Mickey head. It's like an alive, real life Mickey Mouse of sorts. And it's
I think what it was his mother. It was actually Walt Disney's mother. He mummified her and turned her into a rat.
Oh, that's funny.
It's true.
You never know.
The story is real. The creepypasta is true.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But he goes down, this kid goes down into this place, and then he finds this freaky fucking Mickey thing, and then he gets like stuck down there, or like trapped down there or something, and he eventually escapes. I don't know. I'm not recapping this very well.
You're doing great.
No, here. I could just
You're
make
doing
this
great.
all better.
Kitty puss.
John said he'll be in a little bit.
John.
Yeah.
Didn't Walt Disney fire all his employees once because they wanted to unionize? Says Father Time.
Huh? Didn't Walt Disney fire all his employees? I'm not sure, but it wouldn't surprise me. No, Disneyland is unionized now. I don't know if it was back then, but my family can get a discount at Disneyland because of the union. So I'm not sure about that.
Didn't Mickey Mouse invent the game Mousetrap?
Mousecrack?
Yeah, Mousecrack.
What the hell is that?
It's a game.
I don't know.
A Mousetrap.
Mousetrap?
It's a game.
Well, I've never played it.
Yeah, it's like a little mouse, like a little piece of cheese falls down and a trap tries to capture a mouse and Father Time had that game.
I didn't. Never heard of it.
Yeah, Mousetrap. It was one of my favorites along with Pluto's Blue Balls.
What?
What?
What'd you say?
Nothing.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I have a question, Spooky. What did you eat for dinner?
Nothing. I had some French fries earlier. I made my dinner, but I kind of haven't eaten it yet.
Wow. Fat guy, he ate a hamburger.
It's better.
I had a cookout.
Man, why can't I find this? Even though I should be focusing on other things, but
Like what?
I'm getting that stupid post done.
Oh, let's do your homework.
I'll do it in a minute. I've got to find this. It's gonna bother me. Aha, I found it, I think. Oh, please stop.
Oh, like a rock. This truck needs to be four-wheel drive.
What?
This truck really needs four-wheel drive. It's rear wheel and it can't do shit up here. Oh well.
Okay, well, this is one of the creepypastas I found it. I shouldn't read it all. There's quite a bit to it. Um,
Read it.
No, this isn't the one I'm talking about either. It is, but it's not. It's the same thing, but it's not the right story. It's the same place that I'm talking about, but it's not the right creepypasta.
Maybe it is the right one.
What?
Maybe it is the right one.
It's not. It's not long enough. It's long, but it's not long enough. Alright, well, I guess I'll read a little bit of it. I'm about maybe a quarter of the way through it, and what's happened so far is these group of kids sneak into the park after hours, and they've been caught. And they made a joke because, as I've talked about before, there are quote catacombs underneath the park. They're the tunnels that the employees use. So they made a joke about going to the dungeon / catacombs or whatever, and so the security guard the security guard called for more workers to come and help him escort us, and we went on our way towards Toontown. Then they took us down in this elevator right into hell. The first thing we noticed was how expensive looking the elevator was. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's hard to explain. It was like a stainless steel interior with mirrors all around, and the floor was this tacky red carpeting, but looked expensive. There were only 2 buttons in this elevator, not counting the emergency buttons. One said up, the other said down. I had forgotten to mention they never handcuffed us or zip-tied our hands. They just kind of walked beside us, expecting we'd follow. Not that we would have tried to make a run for it. I mean, these people seemed decent. Like, how were we supposed to know what was going to happen? The elevator stopped, and we started walking down this perfectly shining, bleach-smelling corridor. There were no doors on either side. It was just a plain, empty corridor. We walked for what seemed like an eternity, and no one was talking any longer. It was me, my friends, security guards, and 2 other maintenance workers. Finally, we reached a heavy metal door that had a security code and a card reader. One worker put his card in, the other typed a code on the keypad. I watched the code. He typed in 121566. I only remembered it because I found out later what its significance was, and it makes me laugh. Looking back, strange. It's strange that I could laugh, looking back. They led me and my friends into another corridor. This one had doors down the hallway walls. Each door had a little plexiglass square, a 10 by 10 inch window at the right top corner. Looked sort of like a psych ward, to be honest, not much like a jail. He led us to room 1901, and inside was a single desk, with surprisingly 3 chairs for me and each of my friends. They left us in there alone, closing the door on the way out. We sat in the chairs like obedient little children and waited for them to return, but they never did. 2 hours went by, and no one came back for us. My buddy Tim went to the door, and surprisingly, it was unlocked. He didn't open it, though. He was worried there'd be a guard on the outside, and they'd think we were escaping, and we weren't looking for any more trouble. So about 25 minutes went by, and we got restless and finally decided to leave the room. The hallway was empty like before. No signs of people. Nothing. We started calling out, "Hello? Is anybody here?" No one answered our calls. We noticed surveillance cameras were placed above every door. and we got to wondering if there was any living soul in this place at all. We should have left right then and there, but then again, whoever does the right thing in these kinds of situations. Every door locked the same, and each one had a specific number above it. They weren't in order like, say, rooms 1 through 10. They were scattered numbers. For example, we had our room. Our room had been 1901, but the next door was 1205. We got to thinking and finally assumed they were just randomly chosen. We walked up the hallway and had no idea where we were going, what we were hoping to find, or even if it mattered. My other buddy, Guy, decided we should just leave. He said that if they really wanted us here, they'd have come back, and maybe it was just a scare tactic. Maybe they just wanted to trick us into thinking we were being arrested and were all waiting for us outside to laugh. I felt wary of the whole situation, and Tim was just quiet the whole time, nodding his head here and there. He was more interested in looking into the doors, little 10 by 10-inch windows. That wasn't a good idea. I tried to tell him, but of course, no one listens to reason when they're freaked out. And we were definitely freaked the fuck out at this point. The cameras above the doors. Oh shit, the cameras above the doors were capable of motion detection and followed us as we wandered down the desolate corridor, a little red light at the bottom of the lens blinking each second. No noise filled the air. All we heard was each other breathing. Then it happened. We had reached the end of the hallway. Unfortunately, the door at the end had another PIN code reader. I tried the PIN from before, the one I saw them type in, but it was invalid. At that moment, the lights in the hallway shut off and we heard the doors. God damn it, I can still hear them to this day. The fucking doors opened, all lining up along the corridor. They made a subtle creak and then a boom as they hit the wall behind them with force. As I said, after I entered the invalid code into the keypad, the light shut off and the doors opened, except for the door of the keypad. We also noticed as the doors opened, each doorway had a little bit of a light seeping in its open pathway. We stood there, stunned, for a good 5 minutes, not knowing what to do. We figured we'd tripped some alarm and that this was just a protocol, a standard drill, in case of an escape. What were we supposed to think? So we turned the other direction, away from the locked door. A sense of panic hit all three of us for some reason, and we got the urge to run. No one agreed to running. It was like we all knew we had to at the same time. Some sort of instinct, like a baby gazelle, knowing when to run from a lion and we were in a lion's den, all right. It wasn't until about the 10th door we passed that we begun to look into the doorways as we passed them. Standing at the doorways were people in costume. We were running past Donalds, Mickeys, Goofies, Plutos, and all different kinds of Disney characters. It was insane, and we screamed at the top of our lungs. I know they say never look behind you as you run, but I did. They were leaving their rooms and following us, not running, just casually walking towards us. I think that is what made it that much more terrifying, almost like they knew we had nowhere to go. Now, I don't know if it was all my head, just from the sheer panic and fear of the moment, but I swear on my mother's life, I heard It's a Small World playing over the intercom. I have a fear of dolls, and the ride always gave me the creeps my whole life. Now I could see them, the little robotic dolls, standing in the doorways as we passed. Still following were the costumed characters. The dolls weren't chasing us, thank God. I would have died from a heart attack if I had seen the dolls following suit, but they didn't. It didn't make the situation all that better. I mean, how many times have you been followed by a group of costumed individuals, seemingly out to fucking eat you alive? At least that's what I told myself to keep moving. Stopping meant being devoured by fucking Donald Duck. I don't know about you, but I don't want to go out like that. Tim was crying, Guy was sweating and breathing heavily, and I just kept turning my head to see if we were being followed, and of course we were. I'm not sure how many doors we had passed at this point, or if there really were different characters at each door, but I knew that this hallway had to end at some point, and we were getting the fuck out of this place pronto. Easier said than done. I looked back after another minute or two of running and noticed there was nothing behind us anymore that we could see. I heard footsteps, but I figured we had gotten so far ahead that they were still walking casually like before. The hallway was still going on for what seemed like forever, and Guy needed to stop, or he was going to faint from exhaustion. The door behind us was open, with the light on, but nothing inside. Is the light on? I decided we would, yeah, I decided we would hide in there till we caught our breath and could continue onward. As we closed the door behind us, I noticed it was room 1966. Again, that meant nothing at the time. Tim was pacing in the room. Guy was laying on the floor, still breathing pretty hard, and I was at the window, looking out. I saw nothing. No more music, no nothing. It was dark out and hard to tell for sure, but I figured I would have seen figures, shadows, or something. Still, I kept watch. After 15 minutes or so, Guy said he was good to go. Tim was the only smart enough one to pull out his new Razr cell phone. No signal, of course. He opened the door subtly, quietly, but heard no footsteps. Nothing was following us anymore. We weren't taking chances. We got back to running. It only took us another 7 minutes to reach the door, give or take. It had no keypad, and it was open. We entered the corridor from before, and thank God there were no doors. We ran for the elevator and got in, pushed the up button, and stood there, looking at each other dumbfounded as to what just happened. None of us spoke. We just waited till the elevator opened back into Toontown and started making our way to the front gate. We kept a low profile using some duck and hide techniques that that had gotten us this far from the get-go. Maintenance workers and security guards were still about, but we couldn't take any more chances. Finally, Tim lost it and took off in a sprint. I couldn't imagine what had set him off, until I looked and saw that everyone in the park just stood there, staring at us with blank faces. We heard a voice over the intercom explaining that three fugitives had escaped from captivity and needed to be escorted back to the jails below. We booked it. Catching up with Tim, costume character. We booked it catching up to Tim. Costume characters appeared from the shadows, workers and guards chasing after us. Everyone was sprinting for us. I couldn't see well, but I imagined drool dripping from their jaws. I never wanted us back down there. We had escaped and they were pissed. The gate was just up ahead. So that's where I'm going to end it, because they leave. That's it.
That scared me.
Really?
Yeah. I started hallucinating and everything.
Well, I'll read this last sentence. So, as you all know, Walt Disney was born December 5th, 1901. The room we were in was 1901, and the door next to us, 1205. He died December 15th, 1966, which was the key code the worker had put in to lead us to the main corridor.
Wow.
Yeah, he died a day before my birth date. Not including year, obviously.
Unless he's still alive.
No, he's not alive.
He could be. He froze himself.
I guess that's true, but I doubt it.
He is Illuminati. How did he get to his mom?
Poor John.
What happened with John?
No, I just got $1,000 we sold out of him.
Oh. You mean another $1,000 or
What?
John lost another $1,000?
No.
Might have.
Well, maybe, I don't know.
John, a gamer called John the F word. FAGOT.
Well, why would he do that? He's not a cigarette or a bundle of sticks.
No, because he's mean. Everyone's mean to John. They hate him.
I know, it's so horrible. It's bullshit.
They hate him. They're like, get in.
They need to just leave him alone. Oh my lord.
What happened?
Okay, so the most haunted, I think it's one of the most haunted hotels in the nation, the Stanley Hotel. It's in a town called Estes here in Colorado, and a bear got into its lobby. There's a brown bear in the Stanley Hotel's lobby right now as we speak. How great would that be to be staying at a fucking haunted hotel? You're going around ghost hunting and then you turn a corner and all of a sudden there's a fucking bear?
Freaky.
I'd be like, that's a little more than I bargained for. You know, quick little story. So the Stanley Hotel is the last place that I ever hung out with my brother that died. I had stayed with him and his mom in Estes for like a week, I think. And we had gone to the Stanley to get some drinks. And that was the last place we ever hung out.
Wow, what happened to him?
January 17th of last year, he committed suicide.
Why?
He wasn't happy. He was in a drunk driving accident. A drunk driver hit him.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and he ended up rolling down an embankment, and he ended up with a little bit of brain damage, and I don't think his brain worked the same way anymore after the accident, and he was getting angry, and he couldn't handle it anymore.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, me too. I miss him, that's for sure. He was the only sibling that I really, truly, truly bonded with. I mean, I've bonded with two of my sisters, but no, he didn't add any pictures to his Instagram of his accident. I thought he did. I lost those pictures a long time ago. Oh wait, they're on his Facebook, I think. So that's another, I'm worried about something happening to my Facebook. Because if something does happen to my Facebook, I won't be able to access his Facebook anymore.
Why not?
Because his you have to request friends, and his profile's private.
Hmm.
So I
Or what would
wouldn't
happen
be.
to Facebook?
Well, I don't know. I'm just saying.
Hmm. Who else was friends with him?
God damn it! What?
Maybe one of your sisters.
Yeah, my older sister Shannon. Unfortunately, she didn't get to know him very long. She didn't get to know him very long at all. And I was blessed with getting to know him a long time ago.
Uh-oh. Got a top secret message.
Well, I've never shown you before, I've never shown anybody before, so I thought I'd share with you right now. But yeah, that was his car. So he was fucked up.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Ouch. Yeah, he got fucked up bad in that crash. And
I think the car needs some duct tape.
oh yeah, definitely needed some duct tape. Oh.
Jeez.
Yeah. So that car accident right there is, in my opinion, ultimately what led to his death. Because if he didn't get into that accident, I'm sure he would still be here. I mean, he left a note, and the note said, "My brain hasn't worked since the accident, and I can't take it anymore," basically, is what he said. Maybe one day I'll figure out how to get his videos of him drumming and performing. They're all over the place. Some of them are on Facebook, some of them are on Insta. And if I can get some of them, I'll put them on my channel. They can go up on my channel. That way, other people can see his talent, and I will always have a record of the videos in case something happens. You know, like his profiles have been inactive, and sometimes if your profile is inactive for, so long, it gets automatically deleted. So if that were to happen, I would want record of things that I will never be able to hear again.
And he used to drum with Metallica?
Yeah, he was good. Better before the accident, truthfully.
Nice.
Alright, this is so irritating. Alright. Ugh,
Do your
back on this crap. That's what I'm doing, but I can't find any sources.
You gotta find your sources.
So the topics that I've chosen for my narrative essay would be the abuse I've endured and how I got through it, how suicide has affected my life, the paranormal hunts I've been on, haunted places I've been to, and then finding my place / acceptance at the Gay Youth Center as a teenager.
That's good.
Yeah, but how the hell am I supposed to find any sources that are linked to any of those? I'm just going to type that. I'm just going to put it and say, fuck it.
Yeah. unless you sources. When I was 15 years old, I said,
Yeah, I just don't get it. I don't know. Whatever.
so what's going on with John?
I don't know. He said there was some drama going on earlier and that he would be in a few minutes, but a few minutes he's drifted into
Naturally,
what?
Was Art streaming?
Assumably.
Oh, of course, then there's drama.
Well, I know he was streaming earlier, but not when we started.
Well, I better have killed a lot of people. Oh, you cut yourself? Never kiss it. Well, don't mind if I do.
Exactly.
Thanks. Sounds great. Don't mind if I do.
Oops.
I did it again.
Oh yeah, dyslexia at its finest.
You want me to type it?
No, I'm good.
Remember Carolyn, she was like, send me a link. It already was sent.
Mm-hmm. Silly.
Coraline. Colleen. I'm wondering about John. Oh, we didn't do that stupid.
Right? You beat me to it.
Yeah, he said the girls were teasing him again.
Mm-hmm. They need to stop that shit. That's so petty. Well, I don't give a fuck who it is. It needs to fucking stop. It's pathetic.
She has carte blanche.
But then she needs to stop. Because it's pathetic. It's pathetic, disgusting, disrespectful, and all of the above.
She's Mama Bella on fire. She can do what she wants. He's gone. It's nice knowing you, John.
Maybe he's on the phone.
With who? One of his cats?
Patty or Brandon or Hank.
Kenny
Get a bus. Fucking love that. Such a great name.
I like the name Salem.
My cat's name is Salem.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, that is a pretty big coincidence, but statistically speaking, black cats and Salem usually go together.
Found another 16.
Where? Where?
If you add the letters of that fool who was bothering you in Macra earlier, in his name, 16.
You're fucking kidding me.
No, I'm not.
Well, that's unsettling.
Why?
I don't know. Because we haven't figured out the meaning of 16 yet.
It's all around us.
I know.
Now you don't like it.
Yes, I do.
Mm-hmm. John's gone. John's bomb. John gone. John gone. So, you got plans tomorrow?
No.
Gotta go to the store, buy clothes. Don't do it. Less is more. Old wise man once said.
What?
Nothing.
What?
We were like, I'm gonna go to the store and buy clothes.
Why do we need to go to the store and buy clothes?
I don't know. Maybe my mom wanted to go to the store and buy clothes. I don't know.
I don't know.
No idea.
No idea.
All I know is less is more. Going to the airport. wasn't at the airport, it's a shipyard.
Shipyard.
Oh, yeah. I just remembered that kitty litter box needs detention. Remember?
What?
That kitty litter box needs attention.
Mm-hmm.
I just remembered.
Lovely.
Should I go do that and then come back?
I don't know. That's up to you. At the moment, I'm typing and trying to finish this, so I'm not going to be making much sound.
Whoa, the quiet type, huh?
Yeah, I'm trying to get this done because now I'm even more confused than I was when I first started this.
Alright, let's end it and then we can work on that too, okay?
Alright, and then we'll come back in a little bit or something.
Alright, everyone, see you later.
Alright, bye.
Assalamu alaikum.